Hello, and welcome to this yoga and movement flow for mobility and flexibility. I'm Jimmy, your holistic functional trainer, and I'm happy to share these next 20 minutes with you. The workout is created for everyone to join in, and you don't need a lot of yoga experience to follow along. I invite you to have an open mind and an interest on holistic movement. The only thing you need is some space and yourself. See you on the mat. We're going to start off in a kneeling position, and I would like you to use a minute to tune in. Tune into your environment, your mind, but far most your breath by inhaling through your nose and exhaling from your throat. Feel the grounding of your knees on the mat. And then very slowly raise your arms above your head, circulating to the left, twisting your body, and then follow along to the right side, just going side by side. We're going to have a total of 5 arm circulations, releasing tension of the shoulder base and bringing a bit more movement to the rib cage. From here, circulate the arms in front of your chest, lifting your hips, expanding your chest towards the ceiling, and then reverse the movement with your heels towards your glutes. Deep inhale, lift the hips, open the heart, rounding the spine, bringing the hips back while your arms go above your head. Try to get a bit more length through your arms, lowering your shoulders. And a bit more height with your hips, extending your quads while you come down into a nice kneeling pose. Hold, stabilize. And then very slow, extend your arms coming down to child's pose. Release your forehead on the mat, rolling up, opening your left foot, extend, and pushing your right hip back to the heel. Gonna go side by side with a total of 6 repetitions, alternating. Try to keep the arms extended, try to create more length coming down, and more mobility rolling up, getting a nice stretch in the hip, and a bit of more flexibility in your quads. Open the right leg, grounding the outer edge of the foot, feeling the lengthening of the backside of the leg, changing over to the left side. From here, slowly come to a 4-foot stand, bringing your wrist underneath your shoulders, extending your right leg and your left arm while you crunch, bringing your elbow and your knee together. Open up, extend as long as you can, and then swing with your left arm underneath your right armpit, thread through needle. Let's repeat another 3 times. Exhale, inhale, extend. Exhale, curl, stabilize in that right arm. 2 more times from here. Try to create the largest range of motion. Very slowly bring your right foot to the front into a kneeling lunge while you lift your hands above your head and then place your hands behind your head. We're going to rotate with the left elbow going towards the ground of the mat, and then it's an open rotation in the opposite direction. Important is to keep your legs stable and try to move from the lumbar spine all the way up to the shoulder base, just creating a nice mobility in that spine. With the exhalation, you drop, you release, and with the inhalation, you lift up and you extend. Now very slowly try to hold with your left elbow on the ground and your right arm extended towards the ceiling with the goal to push yourself out of that lower shoulder and to get a bit more rotation in that spine. Breathe deep, breathe calm. Release the right arm and then step back into a down dog. Gonna walk the dog from side to side, just mobilizing the hips, creating a bit more length in your quads, your calf and your hamstrings. Then drop down to your knees, bring your hands underneath your shoulders again, your knees underneath your hips, extending the left leg and the right arm, going thread through needle over the right side. Try to round the spine as good as you can when you curl, and then try to inner rotate as deep as you can, stabilizing through that strong left arm and rotating through the upper body. Good job. Now slowly prepare to bring your left foot to the front in a kneeling pose, while the right arm slowly goes down to the mat, inhaling, lifting up into an open rotation. Remember to keep your leg base strong, to keep that upper body soft, going up with each inhalation and coming down with each exhalation. Try to take your breath strokes a bit deeper and a bit stronger, working from these core muscles. Slowly extend the right elbow to the ground, bring the left hand towards the ceiling, pushing yourself out of that lower shoulder, and then try to breathe a bit more into the upper rib cage, opening and expanding your lungs. Come down, dropping your knees to the ground, sitting back in child's pose. Swinging the arms back to the heels, resting your forehead, giving your lower back a nice firm stretch. Catching up with your breath, catching up with your mind. Swinging the arms to the front, rolling back up into a forefoot, to down dog, taking a big step to the right, and then circulating the arms, coming into a wide-legged stance. Bring your arms above your head, sink deep into a sumo squat, while rotating the hands underneath the armpits, creating a bit more length, training the upper and lower back. Now try to create the largest range of motion while the outer edges of the feet push strongly into the mat, staying strong in those legs. Try to connect the movement with the breath, focusing on lengthening, but also focusing on strengthening. While you move, keep the body weight on the ball of the foot, going from the in to the outside with your toes. Release, extend, breathe. The exhalation, come into a wide-legged full stretch. If you like and prefer, you can wrap your hands around your ankles, pushing your ribs towards your quads, while you try to fully extend your legs. Release the stretch, twisting to the right to a wide lunge, and then stepping back, walking the legs, releasing the tension, taking a big knee tuck towards your chest, and then stepping over into a wow thing. Open up that heart, staying strong on the left arm, while you repeat, coming to a high plank, tucking the knee, keeping a good strong connection towards your core, a connection towards your shoulders, but also a connection to your legs. Bring the hip up towards the ceiling while you extend the rib cage on the upper side. Softly release. Come down with your arms extended, lifting the upper body to a back lift. And then bring your hands underneath your chest, transitioning into an upward facing dog. It's pretty dynamic, it's pretty fast, so it's a bit difficult to catch up with the breath. But you move the best way you can. Lifting powerful from the lumbar spine, and then extending with the help of your arm connection. Gonna change sides, tucking the knee, pushing up back into Wild Thing, staying strong this time into your right arm. And then coming back in a high plank, pulling your left knee towards your chest. Try to create a strong stance throughout your legs, while this time you breathe into the upper side of the left rib cage. Inhale, reach. Coming to a lunge. Slowly twisting the upper body while you bend both knees. Try to keep the heel of your back leg lifted, followed by a deep swing. Exhaling, rotating, inhaling, extending. And then exhale, release all the tension. Beautiful. Bring it up. One more time. Swing, release, staying strong in the lumbar. Extending that left leg in a down dog leg extension. Now in this pose, try to lift your standing right foot as high as you can, followed by your lifted left foot. Keep both shoulders on one height, taking a big step to the front with that left leg, dropping the right knee, and then laterally flexing to the left side. So when you inhale, you bring your arms above your head, connect the left hand while you rotate or you lateral flex to the left. Try to breathe deeply into your ribs, stepping back into a down dog. Changing side, bringing up the right, extending the left leg, followed by the right up towards the ceiling, keeping both shoulders in place while your arms are maximum extended, tucking the belly button in, remaining and breathing. Coming back into a kneeling pose, lifting the arms above your head, lateral flexing, this time over to the right side. While you softly release. With the inhalation, you create a bit more length. As soon as you come up with the inhalation, try to keep your arms as extended as you can. Lateral flexing, keeping that core connected. Connected with the breath, stepping back to a down dog, slowly dropping the knees, shifting back in child's pose. Try to release the shoulders from the down dog leg extension, rolling up into a 4-foot stand. Jump your feet between or walk your hands, rolling up, lifting the left knee, balancing with the leg extension, slowly circulating that left leg, preparing for Warrior 3 as a variation. Now, this is a movement that you need a lot of balance and focus in, so take your time. There's no need to add up speeds. Try to focus on one point in the room, staying strong in that right standing leg, and then creating strength from the heel all the way up to the crown of your head. Rotating out of the left hip. Trying to keep your heels and your shoulders on one height as good as you can. Pushing your toes away from you while the crown of the head goes into the opposite direction of your toes. Inhale, bring your left knee up and drop to the ground, sitting very deep into a low squat, rounding your spine. Imagine to a package. Again, connecting with your breath. Inhaling, leaning forward into a front fold. If you like, you can wrap your hands around your heels just to give it an extra stretch for a bit more length. Sit low in a deep squat, and then alternating going from a front fold Uttanasana into a very deep squat. If you're a bit more advanced, try to sit the glutes as deep as you can. Then extend in a standing pose with your right leg lifted, switching sides. Again, circulating, taking a strong stance into a Warrior 3 variation. Keep your focus high. Keep the balance up. And try to stay strong in that standing leg. The last repetition from here. And then prepare to hold and stand in that Warrior 3 variation. Keeping a focus point on the ground. Keeping your heels, your toe mounts connected while you step back, releasing. Changing feet, bringing your right foot to the front, followed by your left foot, coming in a seated position. Extend your legs as long as you can, with your toes tucked in, going into a diagonal arm swing front fold from side to side. Important, you do not have to reach your feet. You can also reach for your knees or your shin. Cross both arms, getting a good grip of the outer foot. Lift your chest, extend, trying to flatten the lower back as good as you can. Release the grip and lean forward. If it's possible, position your rib cage on your quads. If not, it's fully okay to stay a bit higher in the pose. Slowly come down in a side-lying position with both legs on top of each other, having a 90-degree angle. Twisting the upper body from the front to the back, trying to keep both shoulders on one height. With the inhalation, you open the twist, you breathe into your lungs, and with the exhalation, you close. Slowly open up. If it's possible, extend both arms. And if you like, twist your head to the arm that is facing away from your knees. And then take a minute to breathe. Take a minute to let go of all the tension while you slowly come back in a seated position. And then dynamically changing sides. Again, having a 90-degree angle in your knees, having your toes tucked under. And then with the inhalation, you open up, trying to place both shoulder blades on the ground. and then bringing it back with the exhalation. Try to breathe into your left rib cage with each inhalation. And then with the exhale, close and round. Slowly open up, prepare to stay in a static lying pose. Also here, you can either keep your head facing the ceiling as an option, or you twist your head towards your left arm. Slowly come up into a seated pose. Thank you for joining in, and have a great day.